Hey, this is Josh with New Review coming at you with a new review of The Walking Dead Season 8, Part B, at least the first two episodes of it. Um, so when we had last left everyone, the kingdom had been conquered, the hilltop was under siege, and the Alexandria had been destroyed, and Carl had been revealed to have been bitten. So the first episode out, Honor, um, it did a bit of a flashback and followed Carl as he was going through his day um, after being bit. Um, they played a song that was hauntingly beautiful and kind of fit with what Carl was doing, doing his own kind of like silent goodbye before he did his big goodbye. If he wasn't, if he was able to, if he wasn't able to do his big goodbye. Um, and it was very, very beautiful, I think, how they did it. Especially writing the letters. The Hilltop Colony didn't really show up too much, and the recurring element of the flash forward scenes, um, turns out those were Carl dreams. Dreams that Carl had of what the future could have been, with Negan being an ally, um, everyone at peace. Like I said, the Hilltop Colony didn't show up. The kingdom was retaken from Gavin, so the Saviors lost a lot of guys, including Gavin. Um, but yeah, it was sad because Carl grew up in that world. That's all. That's a lot of what he knew. I mean, he remembered the before time, but he'd really adapted pretty well to the world. And to see him die was, it really did break Rick. Rick is even angrier than he was before, and this is not going to end well for Negan. Um, and we also finally got shown how the Saviors broke out. So not only was the thinning of the herd by Daryl ramming through the wall a bad idea, but they utilized that thinning to create a pathway with the walls being made out of walker corpses. That's why the Saviors were able to get out. And then in the next episode, it took a very different structure. It took a more episodic structure. We saw Rick, we saw Negan, we saw Jadis and Simon. We saw Enid. Enid's story picks up right where they left off. She had killed the matriarch of Oceanside, and they originally were going to kill her and Aaron, but then they let her go. Aaron stayed behind to see if he could convince Oceanside to join. Enid is on her way back to the hilltop. Negan is laying down the law, trying to make sure that everything goes back to the way it should, and sends Simon to go deal with the junkyard crew, the scavengers, and gets a nice little message from the hilltop, letting them know, hey, we just killed one of your guys. We got 34 more, so stand down. Simon originally wants to go and burn it down and burn down all the other communities and start over. And Negan's kind of like, no. With Simon, when he's out in the scavengers territory, he goes ballistic and kills everyone, but has everyone but Jadis killed. Because Jadis isn't really doing what he wants to kind of get back to things how they were. And with Jadis, we see kind of like how she becomes broken by having to put down what's left of her community. And how she's just a broken human being. She's not who she used to be. And the whole talk weird thing she and entire community do. She, after seeing all of them die, she goes back to speaking English like everyone else does, and becomes less confusing. But the pain, it's kind of not sunk in until she watches everyone in her community that had come back and hadn't been shot in the head by Rick or sliced in the head by Michonne get ground up. And it was heartbreaking to watch her watch, if that makes any sense. And then everything comes together with Rick telling Negan that Carl's dead. And Rick and Negan have the conversation they usually do, where Negan's saying, "I'm doing this to keep everyone alive." And Rick says, "I'm just going to kill you." And to an extent, Negan has a point. What he does keep people alive, but the way he does it isn't so user-friendly, if I may say so. And now we're going now, and yeah, I'm looking forward to how the rest of the season pans out. So this is Josh with New Review signing off.